Namaste friends, I welcome you in this today's session. Today we are going to discuss the what is meant by EMF and measurement of EMF by Poijendorf methods. ठीक आहे, तर आता EMF म्हणजे काय ही एक बेसिक कन्सेप्ट आहे that you must try to understand what is meant by EMF, electromotive force. Okay, E stands for electro, M stands for motive and F stands for force. ठीक, so what is definition of that? Just we will read the definition and then I will explain you what does it actually mean. The difference of potential which causes a current to flow from electrode of higher potential to the one of lower potential is called as electromotive force of the cell. Okay, the difference of potential or potential difference which causes current to flow from electrode of higher potential to the lower potential is called as the electromotive force. Okay, now before understanding this concept, let us understand what is meant by the potential. In previous session we have discussed what is meant by potential, oxidation potential, reduction potential. So let us revise that. Potential is nothing but the formation of the electrical double layer. Okay, look at this diagram here. So as soon as when you dip a metal electrode in its ionic solution, a electrical double layer is formed, and the concentration of this electrical double layer or amount or quantity of double layer depends upon the concentration of the solution. So this formation of electrical double layer we call this as a potential. Okay, more the concentration, more will be the potential develop. Okay, now we have two cells. Okay, here we have the oxidation potential and here we have the reduction potential. Oxidation potential is developed due to loss of electron. Okay, the atoms on the metal loses the electron and they go into the solution, so electrons are remaining behind, and here the atoms from the solution gets deposited on the electrode and the negative charge is remaining in the solution. So this is the reduction potential and this is the oxidation potential. So potential म्हणजे काय, इलेक्ट्रिकल डबल लेयर फॉर्मेशन, एवढं लक्षात ठेवा. मोर कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन मोर विल बी द पोटेन्शियल. ओके, नाउ जर एखाद्या इलेक्ट्रोडचं पोटेन्शियल आता या केसमध्ये जस्ट इथं अंडरस्टँड करा की हा कॉपर सल्फेट आहे आणि हे सिल्वर नायट्रेट आहे, हा सिल्वर इलेक्ट्रोड आहे. ओके, इफ द पोटेन्शियल ऑफ कॉपर सल्फेट इज मोर दॅन दॅट ऑफ silver nitrate solution, potential of cadmium electrode is more than that of silver electrode, then electron will flow from cadmium to the silver, higher potential to the lower potential. Okay, when the current flows from higher potential to the lower potential, then this potential difference is called as the EMF, electromotive force. ठीक, ज्या वेळेस पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स असेल, दोन सोल्युशनच्या पोटेन्शियल मध्ये डिफरन्स असेल, दोन्ही विभिन्न असतील, ओके, अलग असतील, तरच काय होईल, तुमचा करंट एका इलेक्ट्रोड कडून दुसऱ्या इलेक्ट्रोड कडे फ्लो होईल. ओके, सो व्हेनेवर देयर इज अ डिफरन्स ऑफ पोटेन्शियल, देन देयर इज फ्लो ऑफ करंट फ्रॉम हायर टू लोअर. ओके, हायर टू लोअर, ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, हायर पोटेन्शियल टू द लोअर पोटेन्शियल करंट फ्लो इज कॉल्ड एज इलेक्ट्रोमोटिव फोर्स. ओके, EMF. So let us come to the concept. Electromotive force. How to remember this? E stands for electro, M motive and F. Okay, आता मराठीमध्ये इलेक्ट्रो means current. Normally electro here means current, M means motion, motive, F means force. Current, motion, force. करंटला मोशन मध्ये आणण्यासाठी जो फोर्स लागतो त्याला इलेक्ट्रोमोटिव्ह फोर्स म्हणतात. साध्या भाषेत सांगतोय, माझ्या अंडरस्टँडिंग मध्ये सांगतोय तुम्हाला. ठीक, आता हा करंट मोशन फोर्स कधी ऍक्टिव्हेट होऊ शकतो, इलेक्ट्रोमोटिव्ह फोर्स ज्यावेळेस तिथे पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स असेल सोल्युशन मध्ये, म्हणजे एका हाफ सेलचं पोटेन्शियल जास्त असेल आणि दुसऱ्या हाफ सेलचं पोटेन्शियल कमी असेल, त्याच केसमध्ये हायर पोटेन्शियल कडून लोअर पोटेन्शियल कडे करंट फ्लो होतो. ओके, हा करंट का फ्लो होतो, पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स मुळे. मग EMF म्हणजे काय, येस, द डिफरन्स ऑफ पोटेन्शियल विच कॉजेस करंट टू फ्लो फ्रॉम higher electrode potential to the lower electrode potential is called as electromotive force. Okay, clear this definition? Okay, now how to determine the EMF, electromotive force or potential of the cell? We can call this as a potential of the cell. Okay, so this is calculated by using the Poijendorf method, and here we are using the compensation method. What is meant by compensation? Let us understand with the help of the diagram. So in this diagram, this is the my storage battery. Okay, negative pole of the battery and positive pole of the battery, and this battery has potential EB. Okay, the potential of this battery is EB. घरामध्ये आपले जे छोटे आपण सेल आणतो ना, तर सेलला पण काय असतं, एक potential असतं. Okay, similarly this is the storage battery having this potential, and this battery is connected to the wire A and B. Wire A and B. So we can say that the potential across this wire AB, okay, is directly proportional to the length of wire E, length AB. Now you connect your unknown cell to this wire at the end A, same connection, negative pole is connected here, and positive pole is connected to the wire AB via galvanometer. Okay, what is the role of galvanometer? Galvanometer shows the deflection. Okay, it shows the direction of the current when it is vertical. Okay, when the direction of galvanometer is vertical, it means that there is no current flowing through the circuit, and when it is at to the either direction, whether it is tilted this direction or this direction, it means that current is flowing in that particular direction. Okay, now you connect this storage battery, you switch on the battery, then what will happen? Current will flow from higher potential to the lower potential. Now when you externally connect the unknown cell whose EMF you want to determine to this wire, then across this wire, this is a jockey, you just move this jockey along the wire so that current flowing through this galvanometer showing the null deflection. And now in this case, the unknown EMF will be directly proportional to the length of wire AS, let's say AS. Now taking the ratio of this, what will get? EMF of known cell divided by EMF of unknown cell is equal to length of AB divided by length of AS, right? So I will go to the next page here. If I take the ratio EX upon EB is equal to length of AS upon length of AB, therefore EMF of unknown cell, potential of unknown cell will be equal to length of AS divided by length of AB into EB. So in this way, the EMF value, the potential value is calculated by using Poisson-Drought compensation method. आता इथे compensation काय केलेलं आहे आपण, look at here. In this case, unknown EMF is opposed by another known EMF until the two are equal. Okay, galvanometer ने null deflection दाखवेपर्यंत हे आपण याच्यामध्ये दोन्हींचा आपण कंपॅरिझन करतो. म्हणजे काय होतं की इथे null deflection आल्यामुळे काय होतं की EMF is opposed. Okay, total EMF across this wire AB is opposed by this unknown cell EMF. ठीक, थोडंसं ट्रिकी आहे समजून घेण्यासाठी. ओके, इन फिजिक्स यू हॅव सच काइंड ऑफ एक्सपेरिमेंट. ओके, जॉकीचे एक्सपेरिमेंट आहेत फिजिक्समध्ये, SY मध्ये तुम्ही केली असतील हे एक्सपेरिमेंट. सो या पद्धतीने हे EMF फाइंड आउट केला जातो. दुसरी मेथड आहे बाय युजिंग द स्टँडर्ड सेल. ओके, हियर नाउ लुक ॲट दिस डायग्राम. सो same wire is there, battery, standard battery is applied across the wire AB. Now to this wire AB at the end A, unknown cell is attached and a standard cell is attached. S stands for the standard cell. S stands for the standard cell, and both these cells are connected via a jockey K. Okay, or we can you can say that K is a switch. Okay, आता सुरुवातीला काय करतात, initially the standard cell is connected. Okay, this is the S, and this standard cell have a particular potential. It has a particular potential that we will discuss right now. This is connected and then current will flow across the wire. Okay, let's say S and S. Okay, this is the null point of the standard cell. When the null point is acquired, then unknown cell is connected. Unknown cell having EMF EX is connected and the new point is observed, that is the S dash. Okay, similarly मगाशी सांगितल्याप्रमाणे EMF across wire is directly proportional to the length of that wire, and by using that calculation the EMF of unknown cell is determined. Now the S. Okay, let us discuss about the S. What is the S? S is a standard cell. So in potentiometer, the standard cell use is a, this is the standard cell use, and the cell name is a Weston standard cell. This is the Weston standard cell, always remember, okay, this cell. Now let us look at this diagram. Okay, this is the H-shaped glass tube, and this glass tube at the bottom, at the left hand side, mercury is filled. Above the mercury, calomel paste, sorry, this is not this calomel, paste of mercurous and mercurous sulfate is filled, and some crystal of cadmium sulfate. And this is the solution of cadmium sulfate solution. At the top, it is closed by wax. Again, to the right hand side, this is the cadmium amalgam solution, and above this cadmium sulfate crystals are added, then cadmium sulfate solution. So this is the negative end and this is the positive end of our Weston cell. So this Weston cell has a particular potential, fixed potential 1.0183 volt, 1.0183 volt. सो ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही लॅबमध्ये पोटेन्शिओमीटर वापराल त्यावेळेस अगोदर तुम्हाला काय कॅलिब्रेशन असतं, आणि त्या कॅलिब्रेशनसाठी नॉर्मली लॅबमधले जे पोटेन्शिओमीटर असतात त्याच्यामध्ये स्टँडर्ड सेल हा वेस्टॉन स्टँडर्ड सेल वापरला जातो की ज्याचं पोटेन्शियल 1.0183 व्होल्ट असतं. MCQला हा क्वेश्चन विचारला जाऊ शकतो. द स्टँडर्ड वेस्टॉन सेल हॅव द पोटेन्शियल ऑप्शन 1 1.0183 व्होल्ट, 2 व्होल्ट, 3 volts. So correct answer is 1.0183. Now what are the characteristics of standard Weston cell? Okay, there are only 4 characteristics. Look at here. It should have well reproducible potential constant with time. Okay, it should have reproducible potential means, okay, हा सेल कधी पण वापरता आला पाहिजे. Okay, maximum time you should be able to use this cell. Second, it should show the characteristic of reversibility of the cell. Reversible cell म्हणजे rechargeable cell तुम्हाला माहिती आहे. Okay, so it should be reversible, rechargeable cell. It should not damage due to passage of current through it. That is well known. And last one is, it is necessary to have temperature coefficient of EMF. That is, EMF should not vary much with the temperature. Okay, means different temperature condition ला या सेलनी काम केलं पाहिजे. So these are the 4 characteristics of standard Weston cell. So one more question will be asked. So standard Weston cell representation is given by, and this is the cell representation. Okay, this is a cadmium electrode at the left hand side. Look at here. This is the cadmium mercury. Cadmium amalgam means cadmium dissolved in mercury. Then this electrode is deep in the cadmium sulfate solution. Then here to the right hand side, this is the mercury electrode. Positive potential is given, sorry, positive symbol is given here. Then this is in contact with the mercurous sulfate solution, and this is in contact with again copper sulfate solution. This single vertical line shows electrode is in contact with its ionic solution. Here single vertical line shows electrode mercury is in contact with its ionic solution, right? At the left hand side negative electrode, right hand side positive electrode. Oxidation takes place, reduction takes place. It is called as anode, this is called as the cathode. Oxidation potential develop, reduction potential develop. Current flows from left to right, left to right. Okay, so next concept is the small concept, unsaturated standard Weston cell. Unsaturated Weston cell. Okay, normally this is not used in the laboratory. So if you don't understand this concept, then please watch this video again. So tomorrow we will discuss more about the cell reaction and the EMF, convention regarding sign of EMF. So what is meant by when the cell is spontaneous, non-spontaneous, and equilibrium, what will be the value of delta G and E. Okay, that is important for multiple choice question that we will see in next lecture. So thank you for watching this session.